If the original book concludes with Bilbo getting knocked unconscious and waking up when the drama is over, the final film is a $250 million heavy metal album cover with physics-defying goat cavalry. It's less a cinematic resolution and more a grueling endurance test, proving that if you have enough Legolas-shaped cheat codes, you can eventually turn a whimsical fairy tale into a grim, never-ending Warhammer tournament.
Did you see the, well, you probably did, right? The Harry Potter trailer or teaser?
Yep. I did not.
Oh, I posted it in Discord.
Yeah, I just have no, it's in the past for me.
It looks pretty cool. I'm probably going to now have to reread the books so I can remember what's actually happens in the book versus the movie.
I think, you know, we'll see how the rest of our of this series plays out. But I think you probably enjoy the show more if you only vaguely remembered what happened in the books.
Really? You think it's going to go far, like astray from the books?
I think that it will, yes.
Really? Interesting.
I never read the first two books because
Really?
I watched the movies and I was like, this is enjoyable. I don't need to read it. And then I saw the third movie and I was like, what in the world is going on here? And then I was like, I have to read these books because they're not explaining anything. And then I read the rest of them from then on.
Interesting. I never went back and read the first two, huh?
No, because I feel like I've always heard that they're
for kids.
accurate. Well, they're for kids, but they're also pretty accurate to the books. There's some stuff not in them, but
yeah,
for the most part, like
they do. Yeah, they're good adaptations of the books. There's like a couple of things that cut out, but nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing. That's like when they start getting like third, fourth. That's when they start cutting out a lot of stuff.
Yeah, because the books are huge, right?
Yeah, the books do become huge. So, but I'm excited. I guess I don't know how many episodes the season's going to be, but yeah, for the first two books, they are short. They're pretty short books. So,
if they're 8 episodes, you're gonna have like 8 hours for the first one instead of like 2.5 hours.
Yeah, and I think you can tell that whole story pretty well in about 3 or 4 hours. Yeah. Like accurate to the book. So, I mean, you're probably just going to get a lot more. Like in the books, I'm thinking of the visuals, right? In the books, they can just quickly describe something in a paragraph when you might spend more time seeing it in the show. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm hyped. I don't even remember when it's coming out, but I'm excited.
The Christmas, I think.
Oh God, so much stuff to do at Christmas with Dune. This is shelf to screen.
Spend time with your family. I was gonna say. Sorry.
I know it's not the purview of this podcast, but the new Avengers movie is coming out right on the same day as Dune too. Very big. I'm sure I'll spend some time with my family when I'm in the movie theater with them.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go. This is Shelf to Screen, the podcast where we discuss sci-fi and fantasy literary adaptations to the big and or small screen. I am Joe Perry.
I'm Jen Isgro.
And I am Tom Kokosa.
And on this episode, we are wrapping up the Hobbit trilogy. The Battle of the Five Armies. I'm sad that this is over. No, I'm not sad.
My first question is,
oh, you have a question already?
What was the Fifth Army in the movie?
The Eagles.
Okay. They didn't count in the book.
Yeah,
they weren't the Fifth.
Yeah, they're the Five Armies
in it, but they're not the Fifth Army.
They are the Fifth Army.
Yeah, they're the Fifth Army.
In the book, it says that the Fifth Army is like the wolves in the war, or slash wargs.
No. The Eagles. It's the
men,
elves, dwarves.
Yes.
Versus orcs and wolves.
Yeah, it's orcs and wolves. No.
Bro, I just read it.
It is.
It's
the
orcs and wolves.
The wolves. Yeah. The book, those are the Five Armies. So in the movie, it's the men, in the movie, it's the Eagles aren't there's two different
Two orc armies. Guys, I don't know if you heard this, but it's a two-front war.
Shout out
It's
to
mentioned, specifically mentioned, that he can't fight a two-front war.
Rob.
So yes, I guess it's the two orc armies. I don't know.
It's the Eagles.
It's
Well, maybe it is in this.
it's
but
so am I
Not in
reading
this, in the
up-
book. It's the
No,
Eagles.
no, it's not
It's
in the book.
not.
It's not in the book. And am I reading up for this? I did a little research, Joe. It is. Oh no, you usually do a lion's share of that, but I do. Like, it is in the movie definitively the two orc armies for like as the bad armies, and in the book it is. It's the orcs and the wolves are the two armies. The Eagles are not. Every time we say the Eagles, I just think of Glenn Fry. Like every single time we've said it.
Yeah, I know.
But-
that's good.
Which they're not the Eagles. They're just Eagles.
All right, well, agree to disagree.
okay. No, I won't agree.
I won't-
I'm gonna find it in the book.
I disagree.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to start off with a hot take here.
Ooh.
I enjoyed this movie.
Oh no.
Wow.
I
That is
did. And I will say, here's another this is probably not a hot take, but this is probably the most accurate of the three movies to the books in the sense of what happens in it. You know, not going into they obviously don't go into details about the army battle really that
If it's
much.
like they fight,
Right.
yeah, I guess it's accurate.
There's
Yes.
there's armies
I mean,
that fight.
yeah,
Right.
there's armies
That's why.
fighting.
That's
I
why.
guess if you're gonna break
That's
it down
why.
that far, yeah, sure, okay.
All right.
Okay.
That is
Okay.
all right. That's you set the bar.
Agree to disagree, Joe.
Oh, you disagree? You think the other movies are more accurate?
No, on that I don't know. I didn't like the movie.
Oh,
So,
okay. I
think
thought
the
the
first
battle
movie's
was
not-
fun. The battle was fun.
The first movie's not good, but I think it's fairly accurate.
Well, I'm not going to go back there. We already talked about that ad nauseum. So
Don't live in the past.
I don't think
Sure, yeah.
we want to go back and talk about
The
that.
sooner this episode is over, the happier I'll be. So,
Okay. The beginning, they make a whole story out of the smog attack.
Well, that part was, I mean, not very far off. It was kind of the same mostly.
The overhead shots of smog, burning up Lake Town was very, very fake, obviously.
Yeah.
Very CGI. It looked very video gamey to me.
Yes.
Most of this scene, anytime they did overhead shots of smog flying over Lake Town, burning it, it was very video gamey to me. So,
Yeah.
but I think there was a lot of nice, fun things in this movie that I enjoyed, like how Bard escaped, and it was almost it reminded me of Pirates of the Caribbean. How Bard escapes, where he loops the rope down and catches the master in the boat, and then it just pulls him out, or pulls the wall, I guess, out of the jail that he's in.
Yes. Okay.
That was very Jack Sparrow to me, I thought. So
okay.
and then of course
he is a smuggler in this.
that's true. He is a smuggler. He's not a captain of the guard.
Oh, can you guys? Is that his wife or his daughter?
His daughter. Their wife's
He has
dead.
2 girls and 1 boy,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
Because Dan thought it was his wife, and I was like, well, she looks like she's 16 to me, so
Like,
I
what's
don't
wrong
think
with
it's
that?
his wife.
Yeah.
You better erase that.
His
Yeah,
wife
that's what
is
he
dead.
said. I didn't say
Yeah.
it. He said it.
Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, just making sure that I was right. Okay.
Yeah. I liked how, and I know we're getting right into the movie, but
What else are we supposed to?
well, no, I like talking a little bit about the adaptation of this movie, but we did talk about how
Yes.
everything was filmed at once, so it's kind of all
One movie.
it's all one movie in the sense of the production wise. So I don't think there's anything in the background to talk about necessarily with the production because we've already covered it for the most part.
Yeah.
This movie, there's a lot of firsts, I feel like, that I've never seen before in this movie. Bard when Bard smashes through the roof from the bottom, I don't think I've ever seen anyone smash a roof out from inside. Usually it's reversed. Usually people are smashing the roof from the top to get in. You don't see that one every day, and I don't think I've ever seen that in a movie. So that was kind of enjoyable as well. And then using his son to aim the black arrow.
Yes.
What the?
As like a bow? Yeah, that was weird.
Somebody call Child Protective Services on Bard. And then he's like, a little to the left.
But also, he was having a conversation with Smaug, and then Smaug charged, and I was like, I thought they were right next to each other. How were they hearing each other? He was all the way across. He was like 5 blocks away.
Well, dragons have great hearing, Jen.
Okay. Sure.
I don't know.
Voices.
And a lot of voices. So, yeah, that was absurd. I mean, there's
so many things that are absurd in this movie. A lot of things that look like a video game.
Anything with Legolas is absurd. Anything with Legolas, 100% absurd. I feel like they're like, how much further can we take this? They're like, let's have Legolas do this, and they're like, no, we have to go one step further than that. Like, think of the most absurd thing you could think of, and let's go one past. Let's go to 11.
Something did happen in this movie, which I'll bring up later, that never happened to him in Lord of the Rings. And I actually said, wow, this never happens. And then it happened. And I was really excited about it. So we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
I think I know what it is.
If it never happened in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I know what it is. On the Legolas thing, I think we talked a little bit about it last week, but it really bothers me. The Lord of the Rings films, like the original trilogy, are so good at like leveling the characters up as the movies progress. So like they start out as like, a mid-level party with one higher level character, one higher level character and 4 low-level characters, right? But like everyone else, like Legolas and Aragorn and Gimli and Boromir, they're all like, I don't know, like level 8 to 10, 8 to 12, like in there. Gandalf's a very high level, and the Hobbits are all like levels 1 or 2. And as the movies progress, they get better at all the stuff that they do. But I feel like they're like, well, we've already seen the Legolas like does all this stuff, so let's just have him continue to get better, even though this is the past.
This is the past, yeah.
Yeah, yes, exactly. He does more absurd stuff in this than he does in any of the Hobbit. Well, maybe he's old. He's getting old in the Lord of the Rings movies.
Guess, man. The Hobbit, the first Hobbit movie, they're all trying to kill one troll. One troll.
Yeah.
The third Hobbit movie, he's like killing elephants and sliding down their trunks and doing all sorts of cool stuff on his own.
That part is cool. But that's like the last movie. He should be able
that's
to.
my point. It's like he levels up. Like they all are able to do much more at the end of those films than at the beginning.
Let's talk about the movies that are good. I like in Two Towers when he fires the arrow at the wargs and then he swings up backwards onto the horse with Gimli. Like he grabs the horse like this and swings up. That part's cool. And it looks good. It's like a little bit weird looking, but you believe it. A lot of stuff in this movie, I'm just like, what? Why does it look so bad?
I feel like
I don't understand.
Because I think they really went just all like CGI, CGI.
Yeah, and it's terrible. I know I literally have the same critique for all 3 of these movies, but the lighting, just the CGI, the effect, like everything is just bad. I don't know.
I mean, it's that maybe it's noticeable more with that 48 frames per second.
Yeah,
frame
probably.
rate.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know, but it's like I don't know if we're up to this yet, but the necromancer fight is just awful. I hated it. I thought it was terrible. And why is Gandalf and Galadriel is like the best love story in this movie? Like, why are they like? What's going on here? It's so weird.
Yeah, I mean,
it's so weird.
They, I'm chopping it up to they just wanted more female characters, so they brought Galadriel to give her a bigger part, just so there's another female character.
I guess, but
I think so. I was happy though that Saruman showed up, because when Galadriel shows up, and I'm like, okay, is she going to be the one there? And then Elrond pops up, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. And then I was like, okay, good, Saruman showed up. Like, at least we've got something of what kind of happens in the story, right? This isn't in the book. But I was excited that Saruman showed up. And then, I feel like they're trying to do more fake out deaths with like Gandalf and Galadriel. Like we know they're not going to die. Like they're in the other movies. And then I was wondering, I thought really hard about this because I know I've been kind of pooping on this about how they it's like they're trying to set up the Lord of the Rings movies, even though those movies came out 10 years prior. But then I started thinking, like, I guess they're looking at it maybe from a long-term perspective where new people coming into this world are going to start with the Hobbit movies.
I kind of hope they do, actually.
So I hope they don't because they won't watch.
Well,
they
it
won't
gets
watch
better.
the good ones.
It only gets better.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think they were like? I didn't look to see again if this was a question asked at all to Peter Jackson or anybody in the in the production if that was their intention with this. But let's say it was, because they're really, really setting up the Lord of the Rings movies in these movies. Right. How do you think that? It's hard for us to say, but how do you think that works with newcomers to this? Do you think it does a good job of setting up the Lord of the Rings movies?
No. I don't think these movies do a particularly good job at anything. But I don't think that they're trying to set up the Lord of the Rings movies. I think they're trying to desperately remind you that these subpar pieces of filmmaking are part of the movies that you really like. I don't think it's done to be part of like a grand tapestry. I think it's done to scratch nostalgia that's not really even old enough to have set in yet. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like it's I don't know. Yeah, so no, I don't think anything in these movies, it's not like, oh, I want to see what happens next to these things. Like, it's just a weird sidetrack for the story that these movies are about. I don't know.
Well, then at the end, too,
and then I'm going to watch Lord of the Rings movies, and it'll be like, well, why is Bilbo not in them? Like, why is Bilbo old? Who's this guy? Why do I care about his weird nephew? Like,
it's not weird.
Why is he weird?
It ends like on the day of when Fellowship starts. Like you're seeing from the other side of the conversation.
Yeah, I mean they tied it in there. That's for the people who've already seen Lord of the Rings. So I guess they need to make up their mind. Are you trying to set up the Lord of the Rings, or are you trying to call back to Lord of the Rings, or call ahead to Lord of the Rings? I don't know what it's trying to do, to be honest with you. I think it's trying to set it up, and it's just not working well. But
so on that, one of the things I noticed in reading up on this movie that I didn't really see in the first two, but Peter Jackson did not like the final. Like, that's why they are extended versions of these movies. He did not like what he saw in the theater of the first two films, and like interviewed, like he felt like the studio chopped up.
Right? Why did he release?
But he did not have. Apparently, he didn't have final edit, and he did not like what the studio.
Why?
Most directors do not.
But
get final edit on the film. So
I got you there. There
like being interviewed walking into the premiere of this movie. Like, he was asked had he seen the final film, and he said no. I'm not particularly looking forward to seeing what the studio did with it.
I think he saw it, he knew it was shit, and he was just trying to cover himself. There's no way Peter Jackson did not get to have final cut on this. That's ridiculous. Yeah, I don't believe that.
I don't know how anyone could look at these movies and be like, that's it. That's it. That's the movie. We're done. Like, that's what you want it to look like? This
We're
is
talking
the story?
about this specific
any
movie?
Of them. Just like, that's it? You agree this is the best? Okay.
I mean, whatever. I do think I think at a certain point they're pot committed, right? They're in there, it's day 138 of filming, and they're like, wow, there's 13 dwarves here, 11 of them, 0 charisma.
Well, Tom.
You said they weren't supposed to.
Yeah, but it's not the right ones. I don't think
Balin has great charisma.
I love Balin. Balin's good.
And the one who's Keely, he's got some charisma.
I like
right?
the one with the hat.
Beaufort.
Who's that? Beaufort. I like him.
He has some physical comedy bits.
What happened to Dwalin? Because he was with them at the end, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah,
he's not dead.
No, he's not dead.
He just was gone.
Yeah, Jen, I noticed the same thing too. I was like, he was fighting, and then he was just gone, and then they like never went back to show him like what he was doing.
And then Dan was like, all right, there's 10 dwarves. I was like, all right, I guess Dwalin lived, but I don't know.
Yeah, he lives.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that I'm wondering if they're in the extended edition.
Yeah, maybe he's in there.
My number one gripe are the wereworms, first of all, that don't exist. Did you see the wereworms? Like, this is not a fever dream.
Wereworms.
Yes! There's one part where I swear
Jen,
to God.
There's so much in this movie, like, shot-wise, like, I could have seen, you could have told me, you know, Michael Jordan was riding a freaking horse, and I wouldn't even know.
They say something about the Earth Eaters, like, earlier, and you're like, ooh, what's that?
Oh, yeah.
And then they bust out of the ground, like, right when the fight starts, do absolutely nothing, and are never seen or heard from again. So I'm sitting here waiting for the worms to come back the whole movie, and they never come back or do anything. But and I want to know if they're wereworms, what is the other half? Are they half man, half worm? Or half wolf, what's the other half of the worm?
Did they say wereworms, though? Who called them wereworms?
They said wereworm. Am I crazy? Somebody in chat tell me they didn't say wereworm.
And I saw it in the recap
I watched with closed captioning, so I know they said wereworms.
So they didn't say where are the worms.
No, I'm gonna look for a picture of them. Hold on. And they never came back. I was like, was there an extended
animal is a person?
Okay, well they would look like the worms from Dune. Wereworms, battle
or the graboids.
The 5 armies. I don't know. I was so mad because.
You know what's funny too? I actually thought so. You know, we were talking about the Sauron bit.
Controversial Hobbit movie scene.
It's controversial. Okay. Why it's so controversial? I didn't even know it was in the movie because I don't even remember seeing it. But to be honest, there were parts where I wasn't really paying
Rings
attention.
Of Power. Forget it.
Like I had to run and do something and I didn't pause it. So
this one was the best.
I can't find a good shot. But yeah, so anyway, that's me for the rest of the movie looking for worms that never came back. And I was wondering if maybe there was a cut scene with worms that was up during the extended edition or something.
This movie was really, you know where it really did well, this movie? The steeds. The steeds were amazing. I mean, Thranduil's, I can't even say his name.
That
giant elk.
The elk thing was all right.
Where
that was cool.
He gores the orcs on the elk's, antlers, and then he just swings his sword and chops all their heads off. What the fuck?
Yeah.
It was so absurd. It was like I was eating it up, the absurdity of this.
Like that's the kind of like that's fine. More of that, please.
I like where did the rams come from?
The dwarves.
Did the dwarves bring them?
Yeah, the rams.
Okay.
That's
so all of a sudden they were riding
on
rams.
Yeah.
And I was like, where did they come from?
Well, they were riding on pigs.
Right.
First they
Dane had a pig.
Dane had a pig, and then the rest came out with the rams. Or he said goats. He called them goats because he says, I think, bring out the goats or something like that. But yes, Jen, they look like rams to me as well.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. What else we got here? Sorry, I got so much.
I know.
I'm trying to go through my notes. There's so much.
So okay,
go ahead. No, you go ahead.
All right. So this is whatever. It's in the book. The same thing happens, but this bothers me, and I feel like it was something they could have done. I know they weren't going to because of the way the other movies are lit up, but like the dwarves are clearly influenced and inspired by the Jewish peoples of the earth. Like both.
I think they were more inspired by Norse lore.
No. Specifically, like the dwarven language, the runes, the way all of that stuff, and the fact that like they're lost people without a home, right?
Gotcha.
There's a lot of that in Tolkien's, mythology, like building a world, world building of it, right? And with their, I'm gonna call it, for Tolkien's, their obsession with money, right? That was Tolkien's belief. Whatever, he wasn't, for whatever it's worth, like Tolkien wasn't an anti-Semite, but he was somebody who I think was comfortable that a lot of things that were stereotypical may have been true, right?
Yeah.
I didn't need to have so much of like Thorin being like obsessed with money and like that being like it's from the
drove
book.
His grandfather mad.
It
was driving him mad.
I know. Like I was saying, like, again, they built the whole move, like the whole trilogy is set up that this is going to happen. It's not like fate, a false note so much as like you've changed so much already. This is what you feel like this is the thing that you want to like really hit on. Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, yeah, in the book, I mean, it's accurate to the book because he does become obsessed with the Arkenstone in the book. You just don't like get as much of it in the book. And there's that scene right in the beginning. I think it's right after the whole what's it called? The Smaug scene. It goes and it's him, right? And it's Thorin, and he's like, I wrote down in my notes, Thorin has a sickness. Gold fever.
Yes.
Because that's what it is. And then we get that scene later on where it's like he's on like a gold acid trip or something where it's like slow motion things and then there's rivers of gold, liquid gold. Like
he was coming out of it at that point.
Yes.
He was getting over it.
That was like gold fever withdrawal, I guess.
It was, yeah.
Or the fever it was breaking.
Yes, his fever was breaking, yeah.
Yes.
He was sweating it out, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. That was a little too much. Yeah. But yes, Tom, they really, really, really drive it home that, hey, Thorin's a little greedy and obsessed with gold and treasure. And they wanted to make sure that the people watching knew that. Right. So they had to remind us every, I don't know, 15 minutes, I guess. I mean, this battle's like, what, 2 hours of the movie is just the battle?
Yeah, it's pretty much the entire,
basically the entire movie. So
I'm gonna hit on this too, because this bothered me the whole time, and I didn't say it in the other two films. All the dwarves, or almost all the dwarves, have some level of prosthetic.
Right.
Well, I don't know if all of them do, but
not Keely.
No,
yeah, most of them, right? Yeah, not Keely, but like something, right? A lot of the dwarves and Gimli in the original trilogy have like bulbous flat noses. Mm-hmm. But they made Thorin have a big nose.
Because like bulbous flat noses aren't sexy, Tom.
I understand.
Don't you understand
we already
what
talked
they're
about
going
this.
for? Yes.
We couldn't take away the sexiness of the characters.
Anybody that needed to be sexy could not have a bulbous flat nose. So Keely kept his regular nose. That was a note.
That was the first note that Peter Jackson got from the studio.
It's all wrong. It's too bulbous.
More sexy.
That's bananas. Oy.
We need this to be more sexy.
No.
I mean, all right. I want to go back because we keep veering away from it. But I wanted to talk a little bit more about the Sauron scene and that whole.
Okay.
What the hell? What the hell's the name of the tower now? Dol Guldur.
Dol Guldur. Yeah.
Dol Guldur.
Sure.
Gal Gadot.
Dol Guldur.
Well, the other fun word in this is to say a lot, and Legolas says this a lot. Gundabad. Yeah. They love saying the Gundabad, where the other orcs are coming, Bolg and his army of orcs. That was a lot of fun to say. Anyway, getting back to Dol Guldur, I was actually surprised that they wrapped this up so quickly and kind of pretty, because there was only like one scene, right? It almost all happened in one scene.
Well, yeah, it's been happening though. Like Gandalf was captured in the last book, the last movie. I mean,
the last book,
and then all the top guys came back to help him.
And so it is clear that Gandalf knows that. Well, everybody knows who's there. That's Sauron.
Well, they like teleported. They shot him to.
They banished him
to Mordor, but he literally went.
Yeah.
And like landed in Mordor. Let Gondor know that he's there.
Yeah.
He's their problem now.
This is what, we better. It was just like, get him away from us.
Yeah.
We should alert those people because he's dead.
We just sent him over by them.
Yeah, we just sent him over there. You get him.
You handle this.
But yeah, I guess they really are. Again, this is one of those parts where I feel like they're setting up the Lord of the Rings movies because they have to say that that's Sauron. We can't not say that.
Right.
It would have been cool.
The giant flaming eye in the second one.
But he was like walking in the eye. Every decision I hated.
He was the of his eye.
Yeah.
Now, do you feel that it would have been more? It would have been more exciting. I don't know. Exciting's probably. I don't want to call anything exciting about these movies, but
more titillating.
More titillating if they didn't make it so obvious and say that was Sauron.
We could have known that it was Sauron without. I actually hate the eye. I think that is my least favorite part of the movie, of the Lord of the Rings movies. When the eye like looks around in like a panic, like it doesn't have to literally be an eye. I don't like that decision. So the fact that they brought the eye back here, I hate. But I think there were ways for us to have known it was Sauron without it being so obvious.
Yeah, and I guess the other.
I think it was his ear.
I just hate it.
No, it was his nose.
Was it bulbous?
Just the nostrils of Sauron.
It's a broad yet pointed nose.
And then the second part of that question, I have a second part of that, was do you think they didn't do that because this is a 100-year-old story that everyone already knows that that's him? That's why they said no. I don't know. My thoughts will be like, don't make it so obvious because people have seen the Lord of the Rings movies. They don't really know The Hobbit, maybe. There's probably plenty of people who've never read The Hobbit who saw the Lord of the Rings movies and like them.
Oh, yeah.
Like if we go back, do The Hobbit and put this character in there and this whole storyline without saying strictly that it's Sauron or not showing these ridiculous clear, like the eye and things like that, and those flashes of, the silhouette that we see in, I think, the beginning of the Fellowship. I think that would have been a little more exciting because the people who don't know The Hobbit would have been like, when somebody said, that's Sauron, they would have been like, oh. Or whoa.
No way.
Or, yes, exactly.
Yeah, I just hated every minute of it.
But it was clear it was Sauron from the beginning, I think.
Yeah. Well, he brought, the first thing he did was raise the Nazgul.
Yeah.
So, and how come the Nazgul were like ghosts? They didn't have time to like form a body, or
I don't think they had bodies yet. Yeah, I think they need maybe to like either corporealize or.
But when he raised the Witch King.
Yes.
Was that just his spirit, not his body? He didn't like raise his body from the tomb. I thought they had said that it was missing. Like the tomb was like disturbed. Wasn't that what they were saying?
I don't.
Yes.
So why would the tomb need to be disturbed if his body?
Well, I mean, in this world, it's everything. All the magic is very, very soft. There's no real explanations. It's not like the Wheel of Time or like Mistborn or something.
I'm
or
always like,
the King
cast
Killers.
a spell. God damn it! Just cast a spell, Gandalf. Please stop fighting. Cast a spell.
Well, Gandalf does a lot of magic in the second one.
It's a lot of like light.
That's his magic.
I know, but I always want to be like, do magic missile.
He tried.
Come on, it's a first level spell.
He had Radagast's janky staff.
Is that what he had?
Yes. He's trying and he couldn't get it to work right.
Oh my God.
Radagast, every time I see him, I just want to punch him in the face with that goddamn bird shit in his hair.
Take
And you
a
would have
shower,
punched it on
Radagast.
your hand.
I'm going to say it every episode. I had to say it. I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, he came with. Oh, he brought the eagles. They gave him the eagle.
Yes, he brought the Eagles.
The eagle job.
Yeah, it wasn't Glenn Fry.
Take it easy.
That came right in on Take It Easy.
Gosh.
That dwarven wall that they build up in front of the that was pretty disappointing for a dwarven wall. I would think, they would have been able to build something a little bit more.
Oh, that's kind of how I pictured it.
But
It's
I
just
did like
rubble.
Did you like the hole that they left so that Thor
No, that was
and
awful.
Bard could have the conversation? And then
It's like
and then
this big on the screen. No, I didn't like that.
my favorite part of that is when Thoron just kind of sidles to the side. Like,
Yeah,
it was almost like he was trying to do like a comedy bit where he was like, I can't remember what the line is. He says to Bard, and then he just kind of goes like this, shh, and like out of frame.
out of frame. I don't know. No.
Oh, it was great. I loved it. I was like, this is amazing. And then I'm just gonna be like, what's his name? Chris Farley.
Yeah.
You remember when that happened?
Remember when? So Thranduil, this is around the time that the elves show up and Thranduil shows up, and I don't even remember what he was talking about. Is it? Because Legolas and Toriel aren't back yet.
Who?
Wow, that was like you're reaching
said
back when you're reading the
Legolas?
books. Legolas.
Yeah, that was that's what I said back when I read the books.
Legolas.
Legolas and Toriel aren't back yet. So Thranduil shows up. I don't remember who he's talking with, but he does say such a pity, which was giving me really, really big David Bowie and Labyrinth vibes.
Mm.
And I kind of
too
feel
fabulous for this movie.
I kind of
He's
feel like
just
he was
like-
going for David Bowie and Labyrinth. Lee Pace.
Maybe.
I think so.
Oh, well.
I liked him. I like Thranduil. I don't know. He's a jerk and whatever, and he's annoying, but I think that's kind of how Thranduil's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think, I think he has the character down.
He had a redeeming line at the end. One or two redeeming lines. Character growth.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. It was at this point that I put in my notes, I might be getting into this movie. So I was intrigued. Yeah. Question. The mithril vest that they give to Bilbo, do you think that was the same exact prop? Do you think they had to get the old prop or found the old prop? It looked different to me, but I was wondering.
I don't know. Probably not.
Yeah, I'm going to say no. It's not the same prop.
Oh, well,
It's
that's
probably a
shame.
shittier prop than what they originally had.
I doubt that I have no idea, but I think the odds are in my favor in saying this. I doubt that Martin Freeman and Elijah Wood wear the same size
Mythical
clothes.
vest.
But it's not supposed to fit them. It's not supposed to fit them, though.
No, but it's supposed to fit them. Like,
Well, it fits them.
my point is, it's supposed to. I guess you go with that.
It's supposed to be in the book. It's described. It's oversized for him,
right
because it's made for a dwarf. And
Right,
it looks
so it's like a
oversized
full
in
body.
this. Yeah, it's
All
almost
right.
like a nightgown or a shift.
Just gives you thigh protection too, man.
Yeah. Okay, there was a weird part. I do have an issue with one part. Well, not just one part, but when Legolas, I almost said Legolas again. When Legolas and Toriel, they go to Gundabad, and they're there, right? They show up during the daytime, and they're like, and I think Legolas says, like, let's wait for night before we go in. And I immediately thought, but that's when the orcs are active. It's not like people. You wait, you go in during the day, not the night. And clearly I was right, because as soon as the nighttime came, they all started coming out of the fortress.
That's like, I need to find someone who can actually lead me.
Yeah. I don't know. That was weird.
I am bad at decision making.
We find out Legolas's mother died there. So we got to give every character a really big emotional story. Although they didn't really dwell on it that much. I think he just mentions it, right? And then they never really come back to it. I guess. Well, his dad
says something about it at the end.
Yeah. But it's so weird that they bring this up now. It's like they were trying to give Legolas like a little story arc or some sort of character growth or trauma, but like they wait till the third movie and then it's just like 2 lines.
Yeah. It's almost like he shouldn't have been in this movie at all.
But Jen, we wouldn't have had all the ridiculously absurd things that he does in this movie. Like, hang upside down from a bat and just start killing everything. So
first he was hanging right side up, and then they cut away, and then the bat had him by the feet. So I don't really know how that happened.
Oh no, you must have missed the shot where he flips upside down.
Okay.
And the bat just, I guess, continues to hold him because it wants to hold him. Could we just talk about bats though? Like, there was a bat army.
They're huge. They're like the size of people.
Why is there a bat army?
Why not? Why were there wereworms?
Why is there an eagle army?
I think there are bats in the book, if I remember correctly.
These bats were bred for a specific reason, Joe.
Oh, that's right.
They were bred for
reason?
War.
War bats.
Yeah. My favorite Legolas moment, I'm being sarcastic, is when he's jumping from like rock to rock as the floor is collapsing under him.
Oh yeah.
To try to not fall.
Because
that's what a person can do.
Because when it falls, it slowly falls and builds up speed.
Yeah, if you don't put a lot of weight on it, it's okay. Like that.
He's Legolas, Jen.
But now I don't like Legolas. That's what happened. I don't like him anymore.
Yeah.
He's awful.
Now you have to live with that.
Thanks.
Just think about it. Like, it takes the love of Gimli to turn Legolas into
it is. It does take the love of
something
Gimli.
that's worthwhile.
You're right.
Well, he does. I guess at the very end, Legolas is like, right, he goes to help Killy.
It's because Toriel is his friend.
Or is it Thorin? I'm sorry. Is it Thorin that he goes? But I mean, at the end, when the fight's happening, he does help Thorin out. So he does, he's starting to soften up a little bit on the dwarves.
Maybe.
I think so. I think there's some growth there.
A little bit. But I hate, like, what happens to Toriel? You never see her again. I thought after Keely died, I was like, oh, she's going to sacrifice herself. She's going to pull the orc off the mountain and they're both going to die. But no, she's alive. She just we never see or hear from her again. And
she's in the Grey Havens now. Don't worry about it.
Well, she's in Mirkwood. She stays in Mirkwood.
I know, but it's terrible. Why didn't she just die heroically?
What?
It's terrible.
It would have been great if Toriel died here. No, I mean, she's not in Lord of the Rings. The man she loved, dwarf she loved, just died. And it was really kind of upsetting. So she should have died heroically. She should have. And then we would have been like, okay, this is why Legolas doesn't care. This girl's dead, so Legolas can be on his own for the Fellowship. And nobody has to be sad because everybody's dead.
Would you say, Jen, that you kind of like Toriel dying here?
That's what I kind of like Toriel dying here. No, it doesn't make, and then that was like one of Thranduil's redemption lines where she's like, why does it hurt so much? He's like, because it was real.
Yeah.
And that's it.
A minute
At
ago,
first,
he was like, it's not
He was
real.
like, it's not real.
Now it's
For
real.
a
Very
second,
quickly.
I was like, are they going to get together? Like, what's happening right now?
She's going to become Legolas's stepdad, stepmom,
stepmom.
and then he's in love with her. So we're going to get some elf stepmom, stepdaughter,
He's not in love with her.
porn.
If that was
Oh
what
my
they were
gosh.
supposed to do, they were fighting tooth and nail against it because there's absolutely nothing in Orlando Bloom's performance that's like he's saying the lines
Yes,
like,
but I don't
like
believe him.
if you hurt her, I will whatever, I'll hurt you. But I'm like, there's no emotion behind this at all. I know you're a better actor than this. Like, it's just awful.
Is he though, Jen? Is he?
Yeah, I've seen him do better.
I
Nothing.
agree.
There's nothing coming out. He was like, well, if you're going to make me say
Just
these
gonna
lines,
keep
I'll
him
say
with
them, but I'm not going to like it.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they did. They were like, all right, whatever. Who cares? Print. We're done.
Yeah.
Like and then like they just separate from each other and they don't even say goodbye. Like he just leaves. That's what I mean. Is there any of this in the extended cut where there's like a goodbye
We're gonna
between
have to
them?
watch
Or
it, Jen.
Jen, I'm not
unfortunately.
watching an extended
I'm not
cut.
watching it.
No. This is the only one of the three movies that I would watch again. And I wouldn't I'm not turning it on being like, I want to watch this movie now. Like if it was on and I was flipping through channels and it was like in the middle of the battle, I would, stick around and watch a bit of it. Okay. Bilbo. So I want to talk about Bilbo because you remember this is a story about Bilbo, by the way.
Yeah, who's Bilbo?
You remember that?
I don't know if we've talked about him.
You
other
mentioned
than
him, but you mentioned about
the shirt.
future flash forward Bilbo.
Does his shirt fit him? I think that's what we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about the shirt fitting him. I'm so frustrated of the lack of, not just the lack of Bilbo, but the lack of Bilbo using the ring when he uses the ring in the books.
He doesn't. Does he use it at all in this movie?
Yes.
Maybe one time.
Once.
He uses it to
when
get
he's
through.
going to get to Ravenhill.
In Dale, yeah, in Dale.
Yeah, that's it.
He doesn't use it when he sneaks out of the, climbs over the wall and sneaks out of the mountain. And he doesn't use it when he gets knocked unconscious.
He really doesn't have to use it because he walks right into the middle of the camp and finds exactly what he's looking for and nobody stops him. So it's not a very well fortified, very well guarded camp.
Well, I don't think it's for the camp. I always thought he put it on so the dwarves wouldn't see him leave.
Right, but then I'm just saying
Oh.
In the book, don't they he has the ring on and then until the guards find him, he takes the ring off and then they bring him in to Bard.
Yeah.
But they just turn around and he's standing there.
Yeah, I don't know if maybe there's more ring usage in the extended edition. We're just going to keep saying that. That's the
More
timeline.
ring usage.
I don't know if
think,
the ring budget wasn't enough.
The
I
swirly
feel like
white
they,
black budget.
Whatever. Bilbo can use the ring as much as he should use the ring in The Hobbit because nobody knows that the ring is evil. Right? Now,
Yes.
if he was using the ring all that, people would be like, oh, And,
you think it was for viewers of Lord of the Rings benefit? They didn't want to anger some of those people?
not anger them. I think it would be like nothing Bilbo doesn't turn bad. So having him use the super powerful magic evil ring all the time, the audience may be like, well, when is he going to turn bad? And he never does. And so I think limiting the use is a decision they decided to make.
It takes a long time for Gollum to turn into Gollum. It doesn't happen over the course of a year.
I know.
Or Smeagol.
Yeah, but Frodo, it takes Frodo a year. It does take Frodo a year to turn into that.
But Frodo's okay. All right, this is a great question. All right, great point, Jen. Frodo, it does kind of weigh on Frodo quicker, but I think that's because of his proximity to Mordor and Sauron adds to that.
Okay.
And Sauron's becoming more powerful,
Yes.
which is making the ring more powerful.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
And Frodo ends up using it a lot,
Mm-hmm.
A fair.
Yeah. I mean, Bilbo definitely has like in the beginning of the Fellowship, he's definitely like not wanting to let it go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then in the middle of Fellowship in Rivendell, when he does that thing where he's like, like, that's crazy.
He does his Gollum.
Yeah, right. So
was
I guess
weird.
it is in there for him, but not right now.
But I always got the impression that Bilbo didn't use the ring that much after the adventure.
I think he hasn't used it. I think he uses it on his birthday. It's the first time he uses it after he comes home.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
like
might
he just
be.
has it all the time, but isn't using it.
Yeah, because I think he only uses it when he feels he needs to use it. Even in the book, he's only using it when he's like, I have. It's like basically his only choice.
Yeah.
Right.
And again, that's partially is because in The Hobbit, when it was written, there was no,
Right.
it wasn't the Ring of Power.
It was just a magic ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Just a magic ring. I'm still a little upset that we haven't gotten it. We didn't get any birds talking. They couldn't make a goddamn bird talk in this
Yeah,
movie.
why?
Maybe the spiders talk. I don't understand.
The spiders talked. We didn't get the eagles talking. We didn't get the thrush.
Yeah,
at all.
no
We-
thrush.
We saw a thrush in the second movie, but that was it.
Yeah.
It didn't tell Bard
was like-
about.
Yeah,
I knew it,
the
but
very
there
like old thrush that
I
came
knew
was like,
the
"Hello, I've been here all
Crack.
these years." Yeah, your name. Yeah, my grandfather was here when your grandfather was here.
Yes,
So
yes.
like a really
I think his
like a
name was
balding
Croc or
bird.
Crack.
Yeah, yeah.
Craig.
Yeah. I think yeah, I knew when because Bilbo should have already talked to the thrush in the second one.
Yeah.
And he didn't, so I knew there would be no talking.
Well, they made
thrush
it
here.
like everybody knew that there was a scale missing on Smaug. So I guess because they thought it would be too ridiculous to have a bird talk,
Yep,
Right.
sure.
that would have been too much.
That's
Yeah.
going too far.
That would have been 12. If they wanted to stay on 11. Bird
Oy.
talking would have been 12. Giant elk, steed, 11. Pig.
Oh, I thought-
pig riding, 11.
I thought of another
Bird
thing.
talking, 12.
Another thing Legolas did that I thought was crazy. So when he stabs the troll in the head, and then is he controlling the way he runs because the knife is like in his brain, and then because the troll like runs forward and knocks over the tower, and then Legolas can like cross over to the other side.
Oh,
But
yeah.
it almost looks like Legolas goes like this with the knife, and the thing like runs forward,
Yeah, like
like
he's
he's
turn-
controlling it in his brain.
He turns it, he puts it into drive.
Yeah, it's so weird.
I didn't pick up on that.
I don't know. I don't
I
know if
just
I'm
thought
right
it
or
was the
not,
troll
but
falling down. But yeah,
no, he runs full speed into the tower and then
Yeah.
falls, obviously. But
I don't know how those troll brain
there's
works.
a lot of trolls in this movie too.
Yes. Well, they have to make the big monsters because they can just. There's all kinds of monsters in this, right? It couldn't just be orcs and the wargs.
There
There's
were no
trolls.
wargs.
We
Right?
saw we did see wargs because remember when when they're headed on the sled to up to Raven
Yes.
Hill and the wargs are
Sled
coming.
it on the head.
The
Oh,
wargs
okay.
are chasing
no, I
after
remember.
them.
All right.
Yeah, there are wargs.
Okay.
You don't see a lot of them. And I think some of the goblins or orcs are riding wargs too.
Okay, I didn't notice.
They really ratchet up to the size of the armies. I don't think they ever really specifically say in the books the size of all the armies, but I got the impression that it was more like hundreds in each army than
Yeah, me too.
than millions.
Well,
Which
Yeah, there
what
shouldn't
it
be
looked
that
like
many
in the-
people around. Yeah.
Yeah. So I and it's all CGI. Come on, it looks like they like the elf armies. It just looks like they copy and pasted like every elf.
the same guy. Yeah.
Yes, it just looks like they should have got like Deep Roy to play the one elf and then just copy and pasted like Oompa Loompas.
We're gonna talk about Alfred,
Do we have
dollar
to?
store Grima Worm,
Dollar store agreement work. Unibrow guy.
abandon the cripples.
Duty.
You could just he didn't need to be in the movie at all. You should just
No,
get
he
rid of that
didn't.
character.
No, he was, and he just disappears. He just leaves. Nothing happens to him. He never gets a comeuppance.
No, he gets launched into
Yeah,
the
he
fucking
gets
troll's
launched.
mouth.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You missed when he catapults into the troll's mouth?
No.
Yeah. Yes,
You
he does.
missed that?
Both me and Dan at the end were like, oh, that guy never got. When?
No.
He's hiding in the catapult bag, and then like there's like somebody's fighting a troll. No, there's no fighting a troll. The troll's over there. Yeah, somebody is fighting the troll. And then I think it kills whoever it's fighting. And he drops he has a sack of coins.
Gold,
and one of the
yeah.
coins falls onto the trigger. And there's that whole slow motion thing where it's like up on its
What?
side and then it
How
falls
did I
over on its
miss
side.
this entire part?
Triggers it off. He gets launched into the troll's mouth. The troll chokes on him and he dies. 11.
Yeah.
Wait,
That's an
I
11.
absolutely 100. Both of us missed it. When? What part of the movie is that?
I don't know. Sometime during the battle.
Yes. sometimes during
I
the battle.
never, neither one of the two of us saw that.
You were
I think it
probably
was
still
hour
focused
2
on the
of the battle.
wereworms.
I was looking for the wereworms, Tom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's what it
towards
was.
it was closer towards the end of the battle, I
Yeah.
think. Like
It was
before before we really gets over to like Raven Hill, and it's I think it's before then or right around that time. I don't remember, Jen. There's
Okay.
so much shit going on in this movie. Did I mention that?
Yeah, I fully missed this. Okay, well, good. Then he's dead.
I mean, right, we talked about dwarf riding pig. That's amazing.
Dwarf riding pig.
That's on the same website that you can get the elf stepmom
Yes.
port.
Dwarf riding pig. I didn't know Billy Connolly was going to be in this movie, but I heard the voice and I was like,
Yeah.
is that Billy Connolly? Yeah, that's Billy Connolly.
So apparently Billy Connolly was very ill.
I don't.
So like he's not in the movie.
I was about to
Just his
say.
voice?
Just his voice.
I was gonna say I don't think that was actually because I was like he's got to
Yeah.
be really old too, like that he can't be
Yeah.
doing all of this, and all of the stuff that Dane does is all action stunt type
Yeah.
thing. So I thought maybe they CGI'd Billy Connolly's face onto that, like a dwarf version of his face.
That's
onto
exactly
that.
what they did. It was he was originally going to play the part there live. I guess with some performers or whatever, but he was dying, so that didn't happen.
Yeah.
A lot of the actors, so Ian Holm, and Christopher Lee, never left England. All of their scenes were filmed in England because they were too ill to travel.
Wow.
They both died within 6 months of this movie coming out.
It's got to suck this being your last movie.
I think for Christopher Lee, he's fine with it.
Yeah, he
he
just wanted to be
loves
Saruman.
this stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
That's true. He was pretty cool.
Leave Sauron to me.
Yes.
It's like, I don't think you're going to do very well at that.
Yeah. I'll go take care of him. But I think
Yeah.
at that point, he's still he's not bad yet.
I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if he was bad
No,
or
he doesn't
not
get
until he
corrupted
says that, and I'm like, oh, he's not bad yet, but he will
Yeah.
be as soon as he talks to Sauron.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sauron's just going to be like, come here, buddy.
Yeah.
Come here. Let's just tone it down a little bit and have a conversation.
Let's talk this out.
Yeah, come on. You want this Palantir. You don't want to. Come on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Jen. So it must be pretty soon because I have the note here. Alfred Lickspittle was annoying, but it was
Lickspittle.
it was worth it to see him catapulted into the cave troll's mouth.
Yeah, I completely 100% missed that. Oh well. I guess I have to watch it again now.
Yeah. No, you don't.
No, I
you
don't.
can probably look that up.
I know. Well, I already see a picture of it on our chat. Thank you, Danny. So that's enough.
Oh. Yeah,
Got it.
There you go.
I got the gist of it right there.
It's a what a way to go.
1 hour and 47 minutes in. Good. I know the exact time
He could.
I have
he
to
could.
watch.
He could say that he died killing a cave troll, though.
Sure.
He's
You
not
can't
gonna
say
much of
anything.
Yep. Bing, bing, bing.
Yeah. What else do we have going on this? Yeah, I have we talked about Legolas hanging upside down from a bat and killing
Yep.
hundreds of guys. I say hundreds of guys, hundreds of orcs is so stupid. That's what my note. I was actually kind of surprised that Feely actually died. I
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
I wasn't sure. Yeah, I thought they could change that and be like, oh, he lives his life with Toriel and they live happily ever after. I could see them doing that.
But he's
no,
like next in line, right?
No, well, Feely is older, I think.
Well, he's also dead.
He's dead.
Also dead.
But they're his nephews.
Yeah, but
isn't Dwalin his brother or cousin or I don't know. I can't remember the relations of all of them. And then we talked about Radagast bringing the eagles. I wish we would have got more Bjorn.
yeah, I was just gonna say that was my favorite part of the whole movie. When
Really?
he dropped down and turned into a bear, and just I could have did 10 more minutes of that. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That's what I said last week, though. Like Bjorn, I could have watched Bjorn much more. I needed more Bjorn.
Yeah, I did too. I guess there wasn't enough time for Bjorn.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it doesn't add anything to the story. It's just cool.
Yeah, it would have been. I mean, a lot of the stuff that happens in this movie doesn't add to the story. Yeah. So
that's true. That's true.
Why not just put some more Bjorn?
Like Bjorn versus Bjorn. Yeah, Bjorn is the singer.
Holger's what story? That's right.
A Bjorn against the two wereworms would have been great.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
that would have been really cool.
I need you guys to go back and look at the wereworms because I'm not crazy.
I'm not going to go back. You're going to have to like find it and tell me like.
I guess so.
Either post a clip of it or tell me what timestamp, and then maybe one day I'll go and watch it.
Someday. Whatever.
What else do we have? There's so much in this. It's all just fighting, I guess. So there's
yeah.
It's 2 hours of fighting.
The Azog coming back to life under the ice.
That was stupid.
I thought he was gonna be like undead when he came out. I couldn't figure out what they were doing. I don't know. And then Thorin did like sheathing the sword to get the final kill in. Is that what that is?
Oh yeah, I guess kind of.
Except.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. He had to free his sword up to.
Yeah.
To take it. Well, yeah, I wasn't. We knew he was going to die. Even not knowing Thorin was going to die, I knew he was going to die fighting Azog, and Azog was going to die as well. I wasn't surprised about that. I guess it just went on for a long time, I guess.
Yeah, it did.
What else do we have in this movie? There is nothing else. This is the entire movie. Bilbo going back to... I thought Martin Freeman did a really good job, though, in this one with his stuff, even though he was barely in it.
I need you guys to stop and look at the wereworm video that Danny posted. Thank you.
Danny posted the wereworm.
That's it. Like what the clip that he has here. It's 14 seconds, and that's the entirety of the wereworms.
Oh, I must have. Oh wow, I didn't see this. I must have been going to the bathroom.
You went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I wasn't pausing
without
this
pausing
movie.
it.
Jen, I was not pausing this movie.
They don't do anything. That's it. They don't do anything. They just bust out and then they go back into the ground.
They're like engineers. They're just digging tunnels. They're not violent creatures.
What tunnels? For what?
For their future werewolves.
For the orcs to get there?
Yeah, there's
Danny, I like your Batman Returns note on the wall there.
Oh. There's there's a scene, I think it's before that, or I guess it would have to be after that, where the orcs come out of like tunnels like that. I guess it would have to be after that. Because I missed that part, so then now I'm all confused. But there's a part where orcs come out of like these round tunnels, and I was like, oh, these tunnels look weird. They look like giant worms made them.
So the worms are gentle. They've just been hired to dig tunnels. They don't want to take part in the war. That makes more sense to me. They're not monsters. They just asked them to dig tunnels, and they did. And they're Switzerland, so they leave. They're just going to let this fight play out as it will.
Yeah, they're independent contractors.
Okay. You know what? Thank you, because that's fine. Because otherwise I was like, you have these huge worm monsters, you're not going to use them?
I don't think they can use them. I think they're untamable.
Well, they paid them to dig tunnels, so they're not
Well, I don't know if there was an exchange
performing a
of goods, Jen.
service.
I'm not
They
sure
just
if-
really like digging tunnels.
I don't know. Maybe there's a way to get them to dig tunnels in the way you want them to. I mean, there's guys riding cave trolls, kind of
Wait.
directing them. I don't know how are they directing them. They're not
They're
doing
not
anything.
worms. They're wereworms. So
That's
maybe
true.
some part of them can still think and is human.
Maybe they're paid when they're human,
And then they
do a
turn into
job.
worms.
and then they turn into worms.
Ah. And then they go back.
Giant worms.
They just leave. Like they just go back and then they just like turn back into humans and go back about their business.
Yeah, I guess
All
so.
right. All right. I get it. All right. This is making more sense to me now.
Do you get it?
Yeah. They only turn into werewolves when there's like war happening. When the war's over, they turn back into humans. Like the war is the mood to them. All right. I've gone too far.
Alex Skeeter's. Listen, the union contract for werewolves only covers tunnels.
Were they union werewolves? Maybe there's a werewolf union.
I'm sure there is.
You're not getting that work on the weekend, otherwise.
Somebody puts up a blow up rat.
So, fun fact about this.
Are there fun facts about this?
Yeah, that's a fun fact. We talked a
Fact.
bit about we talked facts about this. We talked about the gold. Apparently, production used so much gold paint for the treasure hoards that they exhausted the supply of gold paint in all of New Zealand.
Wow.
That's what they went practical with? The whole movie CGI. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, it's a lot of gold paint they
man.
used.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah. I guess that would. Yeah, that's interesting, Jen. Why not CGI it? I'm sure some of the gold is CGI because in the second movie, there's a lot of like
Sliding around and running around on it, yeah.
there's
And
a
all
lot of
the-
interaction with the gold.
Right, like the liquid gold statue.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Maybe the gold paint was from the Thorin acid trip scene where he's kind of like swimming in the gold. The liquid
That's
gold.
the gold. That's the liquid gold from the statue. That is it.
No. I know it. I'm talking about in real life.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's gold paint.
Wait, what?
What's real
right.
life?
Yeah, what's that about? The end of the movie, we get, the trip back, which is much quicker than it is in the books. I feel like in the book,
Yeah.
there's a little bit more going on.
He
I mean, not
stops in a
ton.
bunch of places.
Yeah,
he
he
kind of
does.
reviews. Yeah,
Does he go? He goes back to Mirkwood with the elves, right?
I don't think
Does-
so. He goes to Bjorn's house for a while,
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
and then he goes to
hang out.
Rivendell.
goes to Rivendell,
Yes.
and he sees. Doesn't he see the trolls? That
He
does see them?
he passes by that.
And he-
Yeah, they
spot.
stop. Yeah, they stop. He
Yeah, they're
stops by
retracing
there.
their steps.
Yeah, it's really there and back again. Yeah, it's the same way.
Yeah. And then we get the scene with Gandalf and him at the border of the Shire. Oh, well, I'm sorry. Take a step back. After Thorin dies, when the two of them are sitting on the ledge and Gandalf takes out his pipe,
Yeah.
like Frodo. Here we go again. Bilbo's kind of like almost more in mourning. He's still sad about Thorin dying, and Gandalf's just making a lot of noise, trying to clean out his pipe and get it lit. And Bilbo's just like looking at him like, dude, I'm having a moment here.
Yeah. Why couldn't he light his pipe? Why was he having so much trouble with it?
Well, he was cleaning it out, I think. It seemed like it might have been clogged and he was trying to unclog it.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
my
apparently,
only-
that's the last scene it became filmed.
Okay.
Was that scene, and it was originally there was dialogue like that was supposed to happen, and they were so overcome with the fact that it was his last scene as Gandalf that they just said like just don't we'll call the lines, just
Just
be
sit there.
Gandalf.
Okay.
Yeah. And so
I
that's
thought
what he
that
came
was
up
very
with.
Gandalf-like of him too. to
It
do
was. It was, but like that's you know, I'm always telling that story because it stood out to you as an interesting moment, and it was kind of crafted in like on set as they were filming it.
Yeah, it was like a very serious, solemn moment, and then they kind of made it into a bit whimsical. But it's not the last time we see Gandalf in the movie.
No.
Can we before we go back? I just want to bring up the part where Thranduil sends Legolas to go find Aragorn.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, his father was Arathorn. What's his name? He goes by Strider. You'll have to figure his name out yourself. You'll be like, but it's really close to his dad's name. So you're probably going to get it when you hear it. Like, why can't he tell him what his name is?
I don't know why you can't tell him what his name is.
Like people are not going to know who that is.
I don't know.
Well, they said Strider, so you know. I mean,
I know, but he's
called Strider in the Fellowship of the Ring. I don't know. It was kind of corny.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember.
Find him.
I don't know if he does.
No, because he meets him at Rivendell.
No, but he knows who he is. This is Aragorn, son of Arathorn.
Well, if I remember correctly, what happens is that
he knows Legolas. He calls him by name.
Yeah, because Aragorn, they're hunting Gollum through Mirkwood, and they run into the Wood Elves, and I think that they do meet in Mirkwood while hunting Gollum. If I remember correctly, I think that's.
We'll find out soon.
If Orlando Bloom is playing Legolas in this movie, he's gonna have like a cane.
Well, yeah, that's right, because it's obviously Viggo Mortensen's not playing Aragorn in this movie, but
I don't think so.
I wonder if it's like a Orlando Bloom contract where when he first did the movies, at any time Peter Jackson makes a Lord of the Rings movie, he has to be Legolas.
I mean, if he was Legolas in The Hobbit and he was Legolas in Lord of the Rings, he should be Legolas in this movie. It's in between those two movies. Yes. He can't be young Legolas in Hunt for Gollum and old Legolas in The Hobbit.
He filmed The Hobbit almost 30 years ago.
What?
Lord
of the Rings. Right.
Yes.
No, he was in his early 20s, and now he's going to be almost 50 when they do Hunt for Gollum, if he's not 50 already.
Yeah.
So, but what are they going to do now? You can't cast a young Legolas.
Well, actually, it's funny because I was watching an interview with Elijah Wood a couple of days ago. He's gonna be Frodo, and Frodo's gonna be in the Hunt for Gollum.
Right.
Yeah, but Elijah Wood still looks like he's in his 20s.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
In that interview, he did talk about that the de-aging technology was on the table for to make some of this realistic.
Well, wait, what is Frodo gonna do in the Hunt for Gollum?
I think it's going to be a similar thing where there's going to be a framing structure to those films.
No, he doesn't know any of. He knows Gandalf.
Flashback, flash forwards, like in this.
Yeah.
Okay. Flash forwards,
it's Gollum telling Frodo and Sam the story of the hunt for Gollum while they're traveling together.
Well, yeah, if he's going to be playing him, he'd have to be like a little kid, Frodo. At this point,
so I know.
right?
I think it's going to be more along the lines of set in heck, it'd be like Frodo on the boat going before we get to Grey Havens. Tell me.
Wait, but does the Hunt for Gollum take place between when Gandalf leaves and comes back in Fellowship?
No, Hunt for Gollum takes place in the books. Takes place between the Hobbit and the Lord of the.
Okay.
He escaped. Gollum escapes at that point. Right? I think Gollum's escaped in that interim. You're talking about when the 10 years or whatever it is from when Gandalf first shows up and then he comes back. I think around that time, or he finds out that Gollum's escaped
from Sauron.
No, from Sauron. Yeah,
because he tells you see him being tortured.
Yes,
and that's after Gandalf comes back. He's telling Frodo that. He said that the ring was in the Shire.
Well, now I don't remember. Did Sauron let him go?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
I don't remember now because I thought he was captured by Aragorn and the Rangers, and then he escapes them. I have to go
And
back
then
and
they-
read all
then
that.
he gets captured by the orcs.
Yeah, Emmy's saying Gollum leaves to find the ring after the Hobbit, and Mordor orcs capture and torture him.
Okay, so the Rangers never captured him. I thought they did, but
But
okay.
why
They're just hunting
are
him.
they
They do,
looking?
no,
Why are they
Danny's
hunting
saying-
Gollum?
Danny say
He
as
skips
well, like-
Rivendell. Not
Yes.
Rivendell. I thought he was
Mirkwood.
captured in Mirkwood. Yeah, it's
he
Mirkwood.
was captured in Mirkwood. Legolas goes to Rivendell to say, "We lost Gollum."
Yes.
That's why he's there.
Why are they looking for
council.
Gollum before Gandalf realizes that it's the One Ring?
I don't think they're hunting Gollum, the Rangers, because of the ring.
Okay.
I don't remember. I don't. I have to look this up and reread the whole timeline because it's all based on like just unfinished writings of Tolkien that was put together into one of the, I think it's the Unfinished Tales book. They have that part, but it's not like anything that was ever finished. But
Hence
we
the
can
name.
That's the name, Unfinished Tales. Yeah. Well, there's the Book of Lost Tales as well, which I think is there's two books of Lost Tales. But yeah, the ending, right? So we go back to the Shire, and doesn't Gandalf know that Bilbo has the ring? Doesn't he tell I can't remember now because Gandalf comes and goes so many times. He tells the dwarves about the ring. I thought Gandalf knew about the ring too.
He does, but he doesn't know what ring it is.
In this, it makes it almost seem like Bilbo never told him that never told Gandalf.
They speak about the ring in the movie, and
Did
Bilbo
they? Did I
says,
miss
"I
that?
dropped it during the fighting. I don't have it anymore."
Oh, that's right, he does.
And I don't know if he believes him or not, but like Gandalf's like, "I know you have a magic ring. Like I know you have that, so I've been keeping an eye on you." And
But
Bilbo's like,
I
dropped it.
But I thought in the book he tells Gandalf. Was Gandalf there when he tells everyone he has the ring? Because he does say, "I have this."
Yeah, I
in the
can't
books
remember
he does.
exactly
Yeah,
how.
Gandalf,
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this, they make it like he never told Gandalf, and Gandalf just kind of figured it out
Right.
on his own.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't think except for the one time. Do we see him even put it on in that one scene? Or does he just have it on?
Which scene?
Or he puts it on?
Did you just say, do we see him put it on?
No, do we
he
see
puts
him
it
put
on?
it on? Or is he just like in that?
No, he puts it on. He puts it on.
You see
his
him put it
finger.
on? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because there's that whole scene where he says, I'm going to go to Raven Hill. And Gandalf says, you can't go. Like, they'll see you. And he's
Yeah.
like, no, they won't. And Gandalf's like, oh, okay. He knows. But it's weird because Bilbo lies to him at the end and says, I mean, I don't think Gandalf believes him, but whatever.
No, I don't think so either.
But in the Fellowship of the Ring, he says, he's like, do you still have that ring?
Yeah.
Like almost like as if Bilbo never lied to him about it.
Well, they've also seen and spoken to each other since then. So
I guess so.
who knows if it came up again.
Yeah. A little weird. We get the end too with this, them auctioning up all of his stuff, which was kind of fun, and him getting back home, and he has to buy, if I remember correctly, he has to buy all of his stuff back, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so.
That's got to be frustrating.
Well, he's also super wealthy now, so
He is super wealthy, but still, there should be some laws against that. I just shouldn't have to buy back stuff of mine that was sold illegally, I guess. I don't know.
Saxville.
It's been 13 months, That's
It has been 13 months.
a lot of amount of time.
The picture, right? He puts up the picture up on the wall. I guess that was down on the floor, wherever it was. That looked like Winona Ryder.
Dan
is that-
said the same thing. I was like, is that his parents? He's like, that looks like Winona Ryder.
They were both women, though. That's
Oh,
why.
I thought it was his mom and dad. I don't know.
Was one his dad? I thought those were both women.
I didn't look too closely. I just assumed Winona Ryder Baggins was his mother and the other was his father.
Well, no, that's Took. What's her
Sackville?
name? No,
Oh,
she's a
Took.
Took. His mom's a Took.
Okay.
I can't remember. No, not Labitha. What the hell's his mom's
remember.
name?
Oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember. But his mom's a Took.
Okay, yeah.
His dad's a
Took
Baggins.
side.
It's
Okay.
a Took side. That's his adventurous side.
Yes.
Okay.
I think
Full of a Took.
Lobelia.
Except-
Thank you, Amis. It's Lobelia Took, I think. Yeah. I think you're right. But yeah, and the movie ends.
Yeah, sure does.
Anything else? I don't know if there's any other notes. I have a ton of notes here, but I don't think they're really worth talking about because
I have one when you see dead elves.
Belladonna took. Sorry.
Oh, Belladonna.
Belladonna Took. Lobelia or Labitha is somebody else in the story.
Yes, Lobelia is.
Belladonna.
When there's a shot of dead elves and the really dramatic sad music starts playing. It's like always much sadder when elves die than when anybody else dies.
You know what, Jen? The music in this movie was so unremarkable that I don't even remember any of it, to be honest
It's
with
the same. Yeah, I noticed when the theme kicks in of the ring or whatever, but yeah.
Lobelia is the one selling the stuff.
Lobelia
Oh.
Sackville Baggins.
Oh, she's the Sackville Baggins. Okay. Well, there you go. I almost had it right. But yes, Belladonna Took. That's right. She's the daughter of the old Took, so he's the old Took's grandson, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do have one other note. This is my last note, which is kind of weird as for a last note, but when you were talking about with Thranduil sends Legolas to go, find Aragorn, when they leave, like they when they part from each other, like Thranduil does like this weird gesture, and Legolas just kind of goes kind of turns and kind of gives him a little weird backhand gesture and I don't know what it was. It was very weird.
I didn't notice it.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know. It was weird. That was my last note. It was probably not worth it, but
I mean, we're in the same room. Wait, Jen, you didn't say what was the thing.
Oh, it was when Legolas ran out of arrows.
Yeah, I knew it.
oh,
I was like, he never runs out of arrows through all these movies. He always has a full, whatever they call it, quiver of arrows. And he ran out of arrows.
he
I
did.
was shocked.
And he threw his sword.
Yeah. And it was perfect.
A sword could be an arrow.
Yeah. Sure can.
Not a black arrow. Oh boy. This was a movie, all right. Anyway, I feel like there should be more to talk about, but there isn't.
No, I think I'm done.
We had enough talk, I feel.
Yeah, it's over. It's done.
You did it.
I don't have any other exciting fun facts. Tom, you mentioned about Christopher Lee and McKellen filming
Ian
in
Holm.
London.
Ian Holm filming. in
Ian
London.
Holm. Sorry, Ian Holm filming in London. He was 92, Christopher Lee.
Wow.
Yeah.
He did all that fighting at 92.
Yeah,
No.
that was all him.
Yeah.
At one time.
All right, I guess we'll wrap it up here then, and put a pin in this trilogy. I'm kind of happy that it's over. How y'all feeling at the end of this?
I'm glad we got it out of the way early.
Yeah.
Now we can watch some good stuff, hopefully.
Oh, we'll see if it's good. We have some more patrons to thank as we go through our parade of patrons. We're actually down to the last group, so this will be our final patronage reading, which means that more people have to become patrons, so we could read more names out next week. So, homework assignment for everybody. All right, wrapping it up, we have in the Illuminators Guild Matt Eisenberg, Megan Pryor,
Hey, Megan.
Dan Durgan, or Durgan,
Damn.
Molly M, Ray
Molly?
Richards,
Ray.
Patrick Lightbody,
Hey.
Valis, and
Right.
Charnice. Last but not least.
Yay!
Awesome.
Those are all cool people.
They are very cool people. And if you want to be cool too, join our Patreon.
All it
Because
takes.
you get to hear us say your name. You can also get early access to episodes. We also do monthly bonus episodes.
Yeah.
There's some merchandise you can get. So, go check it out. That's all I'm saying. I want to remind everyone to follow us on social media. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky. Join us over in Discord to continue the conversation there. Also, we post in Discord what our future episodes are going to be about. So if you want to know what we're doing ahead of time, check out our Discord. Rate and review us wherever you listen to podcasts. Also go to our YouTube page to like and subscribe. And check out our Patreon, as I mentioned already. Links to all the aforementioned information are included in the show notes to this episode. Tom. Oh, shit. We forgot to give our ratings. I knew we were missing something. I was like, there's something we didn't do. All right.
All right.
I'm going to... You want to go, Tom?
Stick them in early. Just stick them in, in the edit.
No. Do it now. Go ahead, Tom.
Sure. I'll go first. I'll give this movie,
I'll go first.
1.75. 1.75 stars.
1.75.
It is not good.
So not as good as the previous movie, but better than the first movie.
Yeah.
All right. Jen, do you have yours or you want me to go?
No, I'm good. I'm going to give it a 2.
A 2 also.
That's probably like as low as I'm going to go for a movie that is
So on par with the first on par with the first movie then. You give the first one a 2.
Yeah,
right.
This is pretty bad for me.
I'm going to give this a 2.5.
Okay.
Which is the highest I've given any of these movies. It was entertaining. And like I said, it was the closest to the book out of all of the movies. And that's just because 2 hours of the movie is a battle. And, whatever happens, it doesn't have to happen exactly the same way because they're not going to. I sure as hell don't remember dwarf riding pigs and also goats. But I was all for it.
Yeah, I don't think they explicitly say they didn't write pigs and goats.
No, they don't go into much detail of the battle. It's all flashback story by Bilbo. Well,
yeah,
because Bilbo misses the battle.
Yeah.
Bilbo misses
He
the
goes
battle.
out. Yeah.
The Arkenstone stuff was okay. I think it was a little too much of it, like we said, but whatever. It didn't, I guess, make it, I don't know what I want to say here. It didn't turn me off too much. The gold stuff was a little bit overboard, but whatever. 2.5. Worst movie, best of the 3 movies, but still not a great movie. So,
All right.
Final thoughts, Tom, Jen.
Nope, Jen, I'll throw it to you.
If more of us valued food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world.
That it would be.
Amen.
Thanks everyone for listening, and you'll hear us next time.